Okay, there we go. Test, test, test. Yes, we are connected. Oop. There we go. We're connected. Lumi. Oh my gosh. No. We know better. We know better. Yeah.
But she got in it?
Yeah, she got in it. Oh, sorry.
Okay. What are we doing? We're determining if our client is a good candidate for a platinum blonde root retouch. So let's get up close in here, my ladies. Actually, can someone get her into a section 4 for me, please? Go ahead, Bix. She has food in her hands. Don't make her do it. Don't make her do it. Somebody else can do it.
I was stuffing my face with a cracker.
That's cool. So how are we sectioning for our platinum blonde root retouches? 4 quadrants. Yes. Just like our what? Root retouches. And our all over color, basic color applications. You guys, it's like you guys like did this training last week or something. Oh my gird. So actually I got really good feedback from you guys, or from McKenna about you guys last week. So how did you guys think the class went last week?
I failed.
Oh, did you?
Okay, it was our
I
fault.
did.
Why? What happened?
My
I
dog
got so
had.
comfortable with that it was a mannequin, and I was like, not like, yeah.
We both did. But in my defense, it said 80-20 human hair to synthetic, and it was 100%
Synthetic. So the color slipped off the hair. Is that what's happening?
It was,
The doll head, right?
yeah, it was like horrible.
Yeah. She was saying that you were having issues with. Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right here, my love. Put your finger right at the cross point of your sectioning on the top of her head. Point to it. Use your pointer finger. Where did you do the cross point at the top? Right there. Yep, you put it right here. Okay, that. Brittany, go ahead and look straight forward. Actually, relax your head. That is actually not her apex. Her apex is right here.
So farther back?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. And that's because this is the highest point of her head right here.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So straight down to behind the ear. Yep.
Oh, like more angled. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And with her hair fabric, instead of using a crocodile clip, I would be using, because she's a little bit thinner on the temples, my favorite are these guys. Right?
Okay.
Show me.
So you always want to go from the apex to the back of the ear, no matter what.
Yes, ma'am. That is quadrant. What quadrant is this? 1. What quadrant is this?
4.
Nice. Oh my God, you guys are like so well trained right now. I'm so proud.
Do you have other clips?
Yep. Here.
I have a question. When they have bangs, you just leave them?
Yes, ma'am. So we talk a lot about client dignity and presentation, right?
Right.
I think client dignity and presentation is one of the things that, you need this guy. Use this for the back.
Oh, so just
Yeah,
the front.
because it has more to do with the density of hair, right, than it does using one for a specific purpose. Okay, so wait, look at her profile here. I'm going to go ahead and do the next section. Okay, I want you guys to look at the difference. Each person come stand right behind her. Look at the difference between the right and the left. I know, you guys, this is tiny, tiny little detail stuff, but this makes you a $100 an hour stylist, right? Like the refinement, I will never stop pushing refinement as far as the presentation of our services is concerned. Yes, just look at the profile, right? So dignity and presentation is huge. The way that clients see themselves while they're sitting in the mirror is huge, right? You want them to feel dignified. They should be able to take a work call or, talk to the babysitter or something without feeling humiliated. Or if they have, their ex-husband's new girlfriend walk in, they don't want to look embarrassed, right? Right? They don't want to be, she's like, girl, I don't give a fuck.
Already did.
Yeah, you're like, we're cool, but
We're okay.
but I'm just saying this stuff really happens in real life, right?
That's so true.
So preserving client dignity is huge. We're going to be working on a platinum blonde root retouch, also known as a global root retouch, a global platinum blonde root retouch, right? So what are we starting at? Okay, first off, how does a client qualify knowing that we want to do a platinum blonde root retouch and not a platinum card? Do we know the difference between global platinum? Okay. A global platinum blonde root retouch is chemical on scalp. A platinum card is in foils, right? So why would we apply on scalp versus using foils?
How much growth they have?
Yes. Yes, my love. That is it. Good job. You get a prize. That's it right there. It's your knowledge. That's your prize. Okay, so Brittany and I know that she's just on the verge of too much regrowth. So this is going to be your guide. Do you see the rat tail comb? Look at that regrowth. You know anything that's outside of this 3/4 inch mark is going to give you trouble with banding, right? So this is why I am so stringent with my clients. You have to be back here in 6 weeks. We're not negotiating this, right? Once we go past 6 weeks, there's a lot more chemical. There's a little bit more time that's involved to make sure that we can correct that so there is no banding. We all know why banding happens, right?
Either like overlapping
Or
Not getting it close.
Or it's
it not lifting
uneven.
because of the heat of the scalp.
There- yes, the heat of the scalp, right? So yeah, uneven saturation, overlapping, and that heat zone. Those are the 3 most common reasons why you're going to get some type of banding. So, all right. Just like our basic root retouch, which you guys all reviewed last week while I was at home on vacation. So your platinum blonde root retouch starts just like your basic root retouch, except my preference is to leave the vellus hair out.
What is the vellus hair? The very bottom?
Vellus is anything that does not have a medulla or a cortex, so baby hair, right? So, and you know this just simply by the texture of it, where the vellus hair is. So I returned back to this actually last. And that's because you've all seen those platinum blondes that like have these little Cynthia hairs from the Rugrats around the hairline.
So true.
I know. Usually it happens here, right at the apex, where we fold that top layer down, and then we start tugging on the hair. We put a cap on it, and then these top few, pieces of hair are like falling into the lightener. I'm going to show you how to not do that. Okay. So, yeah, we want to make sure that we are not increasing the risk of breakage. So, oh yeah, Brittany, you're going to have a little banding here, my love. So what am I using on her? I am using, can anybody tell me what I'm using and why I'm using it? As far as my formulation is concerned. What?
What was it? I think
What
it
is-
was the BB7.
Yep.
And the 21.
Versus what other lightener?
The BB9.
Why am I using BB7 over BB9?
Because BB9 does not go on the scalp.
You're right. Okay. And anybody know why I'm choosing 30 vol instead of 20 on her? No. What?
Because you can.
Because I'm allowed to. Because I make the decisions.
You trust your product?
I'm using a 30 volume on her. Okay, what's her starting level? What's her starting level? I would say, 5 in her darkest areas. Yeah, she's about a 5.
Yeah, I'm actually natural 5.
Okay, sweet. So she's about a 5. So how many levels of lift are we looking for? At least 5, right? And then our BB7 will lift up to how many levels? 7. So she has, okay, when we look at her hair, immediately I'm like, oh, she probably has a lot of eumelanin as opposed to pheomelanin, right? That's what I think initially. Does anybody else, do you guys remember what's the difference between eumelanin and pheomelanin?
The brown, one's brown and black. The other one's like red and orange.
Yep. Do you know which one's which?
Yeah, the
Melanin is the black and brown one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's actually like a blue pigment. And we know that melanin actually dissolves from the hair quicker than pheomelanin, correct? So immediately I'm thinking like, could I probably do a 20 and put her under heat? Probably. But when we put heat on the scalp and lightener on the scalp, we're increasing the risk of burn. Yeah. So I'm going to go with a 30 because I know that it's going to give me what I need. Also, a lot of level 7s have the dominant pigment or dominant melanin of what? Eumelanin or pheomelanin? Level 7. I think that's where people get tripped up. Because look at these hairs right here. These are definitely an ash level 7 or at least a 6, right? So at a level 7, a natural level 7, like let's take Alexis for example. What is her dominant melanin in her hair shaft? Pheomelanin. Because, yeah. Well, pheomelanin usually lives above a level 6. It's like a 7 and higher. Or 6 is like right around where it starts to get wishy-washy, you know? The issue, though, I think this is the most common issue that I see with new stylists trying to do a global platinum on a level 7, is that they immediately reach for the 20 vol, not realizing that that pheomelanin has to come out of the hair shaft, and that pheomelanin is much more resistant. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. So when we put a 20 vol, sometimes on a level 7, we're going to get a lot of yellow saturation and residual pigment left in the hair. So I more often than not, I'll choose a 30, depending on the texture of her hair. I would not put a 30 on you because you have baby fine hair, right? I'd put a 30 on a level 7 that has a medulla or a cortex in it. But yeah, so these are all factors that we have to consider when we are choosing our formulation here. So my sectionings are horizontal. I started at a vertical. Did you guys see that? Mm-hmm. Actually vertical, and then I wagon wheeled from the ear, moving into a horizontal. And notice I'm bringing it to the line of demarcation. Look at how clean my tint load is, right? Always.
Would you up your developer when you get to the last quadrant?
No, because I move back to front, right? We have our reasons at Artisan why we do back to front and not front to back. And usually in the front, if we say we started at 20 here, and then we're like, well, let's up it, and we'll go to 30 just to increase processing time, or quicken processing time. Usually our thinnest and most fragile hair lives here, right? So that would be counterproductive if we're trying to preserve the integrity of the hair. So this feels just a tad thick to me. I want each of you, actually, we won't do that right now. Can somebody grab me some 30? I feel like I need just a drop in here. Sections so thin we can see through them, right? You can see the product on both sides.
How do you know how far down to go?
You mean to the line of demarcation, the LOD? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Like you actually cover. Do you touch the line? Yeah.
Okay, I will show you. I want to show you in slow motion here. Thank you, my love.
I feel like I would just paint it on.
Okay, so I am pulling C motions as I approach that line of demarcation or the LOD, right? Oh my God, thank you. Okay. Oh, much better. Except for this is all messy now. Do we have another towel? Vix, will you grab me a towel? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
So, C motions. Burp. Controlled brush load. Lift your head a little bit for me. Brittany, are you on your phone?
I'm
girlfriend.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, Mom. Okay, C. I literally am pulling through the line, but pulling away as I approach it, right? So that is my motion right there. Horizontal section, horizontal slice, so thin you can see through it. You can see the product depositing onto the other side. Same thing here. C motions, okay? You are actually not pulling it through the line of demarcation. There's going to be a very small unlifted, I don't know if that's even unlifted band in about 20 minutes. I'm going to go back through and I'm going to break up that LOD with my paint.
I was wondering about
Oh.
because when you told me like, oh, you're gonna have like a little band, I was like, okay, wait, how are we gonna fix that? Like what? Like, and it would be at the end, just like pulling it through.
Yep. I'm going to show you guys how. So we are going to cross check. I'm actually going to apply to her entire head. Platinum or a global root retouch usually takes a little bit longer than a basic color because of the amount of precision that's involved, right? So with a basic color root retouch, you are solid when you get that down to 20 minutes. As far as your root retouch is concerned, you're like 5 minutes a quadrant, right? Myself, I try to do like 14 total minutes. I'll probably do like 3 or 4 minutes a quadrant with a basic color root retouch, but with platinum blonde. Vix, I'm gonna have you grab this and come and hold this with your right hand. Stand right there on her right side.
Okay.
Hold it with your right hand. Okay, awesome. Open up your body positioning right here. Yep, you're gonna turn your body this way. Yep, but face me. Yep.
Okay.
So, watch this. When I have an assistant, I'm going to take a horizontal section, and as I take this horizontal section, I want you to take that rat tail comb, take the comb portion, not the rat tail, yep, and you're going to groom my next section for me. Go ahead and groom it, this up here, from here up.
Oh, up here.
Yep.
Okay.
And what we're doing is we're removing any rippling or bubbling that's going to cause overlapping as I paint, right? So this is also going to be a time saver for me. Go ahead and relax. So 30 minutes is usually a good goal. There you go. Look at it. We're training you to assist. Look at that. Raquel, she's ready. Just kidding. Relax. There you go. Yeah, so in about 30 minutes, you should be done with your entire application, all 4 quadrants. And that's when you're going to go back and start cross-checking. We all know how to cross-check, is that correct? Yeah. Did we?
I don't know how, not for a bleach.
Okay. Good. Good to know. So look at what I did there, though. I took this portion and I just lifted it right up off of the head. I gave it a little bit of oxygen and space here. Okay. Do you see how it's not compressed down onto itself? Okay, let's start on the nape.
It also doesn't bleed onto the other color, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what causes that overlapping and breakage. Let's talk about this again. Go ahead and put your chin down for me. Oh, do you see how there are little dark spots already forming right there? I'm anticipating that in my application. Go ahead and, actually, I'll do this real quick. Okay, vellus hair usually falls out on its own. And we go back and touch that up once we do the cross check, okay? I'm gonna have you help me out here, Vix. Thank you, my love. So, if you don't have an assistant, one of the things that I like to do to keep flyaways down, back of my pinky, over my section. Do you see that?
I was struggling with.
Boom. It is. It's difficult, but it's also dexterity. It's something. It's a learned skill, right? So we are.
I think showed me like 7 times. But also, the doll head hair was getting stuck.
We are. Oh, you said McKenna tried to show you?
She showed me like 7 times.
It's dexterity. So we are hairdressers, right? And I went to school back when you needed to do finger waves to pass state board. Oh, shoot. Marcel, what? What, girl? Finger wave. Yeah, it was. And Miss Linda would be like, your finger waves. Miss Linda, don't make me do finger waves. She's like, it's for dexterity. You need more. I'm not signing your boxes. Thanks, Miss Linda. Will you groom this? Do you guys see that rippling and nippling right there? All right, so those little hairs that are projecting out of the scalp, that's creating these bubbles right here. Okay. That also will create overlapping over the LOD that can cause breakage. So grooming the section before you paint it with your Global Platinum Root Retouch is extremely important. You want to make sure all of your hair is in control. You always want to be in control. Boom. Look at, with my beautiful assistant, I can hold my own section down. Yes. Oh, you almost, I don't know, my Apple Watch died.
158.
It's
Oh, she got to go.
yeah. I got to go.
This girly got to go. Okay, well you can catch up on our YouTube live later.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll have a training module for you. Don't even worry about it. Yes. Don't even worry. Products. I'll have to text you because yes.
Text me. I think we're like.
I'll get an order together today. I know. I'll get an order together today, and I promise I won't make it till I get your order. Okay?
Okay, yeah. I shot it to you over Google.
Oh,
as
nice.
well,
Chat.
The products that I wanted.
Yes.
Yeah. I can also text that message to you. But yeah. So all the products that I want are in that Google text.
Beautiful.
But yeah, and then I'll be in tomorrow if you're here, and I can pay for those.
All day.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Bye, girly.
See you.
See you later. Okay. Look at us. Switch your hands. So you want to use, yep, there you go. Are you left-handed?
No.
Okay. Yeah, don't do that to yourself. Okay. There you go.
Salon phone.
Girl.
I didn't work all day. Get all the way to
I mean, if you want to answer it while you're at Target, go ahead. Okay, so I'm going to have you hold, project straight up from a 90 where, yep.
Okay.
There you go. That's helpful.
I've seen sometimes when they do like this, when they put like the cotton, what is the cotton for?
Cotton, are you talking about in between the sections? That's to help prevent bleeding over the LOD, so it'll prevent overlapping, right? Because some people, as you can see, I'm bringing it to the LOD. Some people bring it right up to and on the LOD, and that's when we're going to be like stacking cotton because we don't want that to oxidize, liquidate, and then travel down the hair, right? So that is not my method. This is why I use these tiny little C motions at the LOD, is because I don't want to fuck with cotton. Like, I will, but I don't want to. It's such a time waster. What are we with? Do you want to share with the class, ladies?
I can't because you're on YouTube Live.
No.
You can tell me later. That's why I was with it. Boop. The finger trick, you guys, when you're parting your sections, you always put your opposing finger, pointer finger at the point at which you want the section to stop. And for some reason, your hands always go right to it. Did you see that? Look at, oh my God. Oh my God. Just kidding. No, whoops. Baby, I am the drunkest sober girl in the room. You already know that. I'll fail so quick. Boom. Relax the tension just a little bit. Just a little bit. Isn't this fun? You guys, we get to play Salon like all day. Like not, and we're like adults. Like we're not little kids. It's like, who gave me this job? Notice how scissors, I'm using my pointer and my middle finger. to hold my section down, right? With just a little bit of tension, so that way there's no rippling or bubbling. All of my hair is in control. I'm so distracted by whatever they're doing out there right now. It's not even funny. I don't know. Why are you sitting in my chairs?
I know. I was like, wait, are they?
No trespassing.
It's my landlord. It's her. She owns the building. So
She didn't run our chairs.
This is a good place to sit
yeah.
and do business.
Why not? Hey, go for it, girl. You know what I really love is when they do the haunted wine tours and they meet in front of the salon there.
That's
And I
awesome.
run out there and I'm like, we have free blowouts
Yes.
for all the.
You know what? Last time I
Wine
was
tour
out there
bros.
and someone was showing her meeting the people, she had told them.
Well, that was one of the deals. So like they started meeting out there, and I like it was like kind of sus, and so like it had happened like a few weeks in a row. It wasn't it?
On Saturdays.
Yeah, it was Saturday evenings, and of course I'm like the last one here working, or there'd be me and a few assistants or whatever. Relax just a little bit. There you go. And so eventually I went out there, and I was like, she was just standing there, and I knew it was about to happen. I knew a bunch of people were going to show up because she always goes there before they do. And I was like, and I saw her messing. That's what it was. I saw her messing with her hair when she showed up. She just probably had like a clip or braid or something in. But I could tell that she felt self-conscious, about it. Like she hadn't done her hair before she came. And I was like, I don't know what time your tour starts, but like we could give you a free blowout right now. And she's like, oh, it starts right now in 5 minutes or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well then can you tell the people that we give free blowouts? And so I gave her probably, I don't know, 200 flyers. And she actually like passes them out now. I know. I still haven't given her a free blowout. She hasn't reached out for one. Hi, welcome. Hi, who are you here to see?
Oh, I actually just wanted to give you this invitation for the mixer we're having tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Is that coin off?
Is a business mixer?
It's pretty much like Old Town Temecula Association allowing all the merchants, so just the businesses of Old Town Temecula to come by. Freebies, network.
What kind of freebies?
Alcohol for sure.
Whoa.
And appetizers.
Nice.
So good stuff. We'll have some speakers that they just want to support you guys.
What time is it at?
It's gonna be at 5:30.
Nice.
Yeah, but it'll be tomorrow.
A tomorrow thing. Okay. Well, thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
You too. Okay. Horizontal, 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 or diagonal, pivoting wagon wheel behind the ear, right? Apex is behind the ear as we pivot into a horizontal section, moving our way all the way up to the top, right? We're going to open up, create oxygen for space, or create space for oxygen here. And mind you, this is why saturation is so important, because if I'm opening this up and I'm allowing oxygen to go in between those slices, right, that's going to slow down the oxidation process. I know, it's on the tip of your lips. I can see it. You're like,
She was so close.
so close, so close.
You said it too quick.
I did. Sorry, it was my fault. So it's going to slow down the oxidation process, which is why we want to make sure saturation is on point, right? So we are now moving to you can do quadrant 1 or you can do quadrant 4, up to you. What? For what? Vertical. Yeah, now I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, I got you. So one of my most common approaches here is I will divide at the temple or the weakest point in the hairline. I will grab this portion of dense hair and just clip it away or have my assistant hold it, right? So that way I can have a really controlled section here.
Do you want me to hold the front or you're good on that part?
Front, yeah, not right now.
Okay.
The front does get a little bit more confusing. You need to stand here and then you end up here and then you're coming this way and we don't have room for that right now. It's fine. But yes, as long as you understand the point and the purpose of what an assistant's role would be here. Can we see on there or no? The application. Okay, Lumi. She's so gassy. Dude, not even. Okay, all morning she's been. Okay, so I had to give her these little cranberry doggy treats because she had a bladder infection. So I'm like wondering if that like messed her up a little bit.
I'm zooming in a little bit for the application up front.
What was that?
I'm zooming in a little bit
Nice. I like that. Thank you. Okay. So presentation value is high, right? I can even save these hairs on the temple and the hairline if I wanted to, because these are also vellus hairs, you can see, lacking cortex, and I can return to this once I do my cross-sectioning, and that's also going to help preserve the integrity here, right? We'll move up to subsection 1 or A, I don't know, whatever, B, whatever.
I got a scram.
Scram! Get out of here.
Still on her.
You can catch us up catch up with us later on YouTube. Why am I dyslexic today? Yeah, girl. Don't worry, I'll have a quiz for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay, vertical sections vertical sections in quadrants 1 and 4 as opposed to horizontal sections in quadrants 2 and 3. Thank you so much for answering. Hey, can someone turn the air on? Por favor. I love this for me. I'm sweating down my back right now. Brittany, you know what it's like, and we can't do anything. We can't move.
No.
We're just like, I'm gonna suck it up, I guess.
I have this dress that
Will
has
you
this,
turn
like,
that fan on?
leather front and like leather back, but it's like fabric on the sides, right?
Mhm.
I sweat so bad, like it just rolls down my back every time I wear it, and I was like, I cannot wear this here.
You're like, I'm
to
not
work
even
anymore.
hot, and then like trapping humidity.
It does. It like makes it hot just in those places where that fabric is. It's so awful. It's a winter dress and like
Only winter.
yeah. Outside. Like no heaters. No heaters allowed.
The snowsuit right there.
But it's short sleeves and it's a short
Oh, just kidding.
short dress, so but it just makes me so hot.
It's because you're smoking, girl. That's why. Shoo, catch that smoke. Okay. We are moving right along. Moving right along. Tilt your head up. There we go. Can we see that now?
Yeah.
There we go.
This makes me so tired.
Aww. I'm petting you.
Every time.
I love you. Go to sleep. So no joke, when my daughter was a baby, she would like, I don't know what it was. Every time I'd rock her, she'd like death stare me. You know what I mean? I literally would do this. And I'd close her eyes for her, and I'd get to about here, and she'd be like, like, you're crazy. Go to sleep. Bye, girly.
Set up while you're kind of doing the same.
Yes, ma'am. Now is a good time. Thank you. Boop. Did I just boop you?
You booped the bleach white.
I
though.
did.
Oh my gosh, people leave me
Boop the
alone.
makeup right off of you. Let's go to the side. Drape always over the back of the chair. You do not want to buy your client's clothing. Notice how I'm pushing straight forward, opposite the direction of which I'm going to lay it back once it's painted, correct? I'm not pulling it down. I'm pulling it opposite the direction that I want it to lay as it processes. In fact, I'm going to cut this section right here for simplicity's sake again. This is the only time I will allow a Zulu knot in the salon. There we go. Okay. I'm so glad that we're recording this. I've been wanting to get this application on YouTube 4 months now. Yay! So the reason that I had Kenya mix 60 grams to 90 grams, which is a 1 and a 1.5 ratio, our normal pour would be 40 grams to 60 grams, which is also 1 to 1.5. But the reason that I had her give me a batch and a half is because of the size of this dump. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's because that's crazy. We don't say that to clients. No, it's because,
Could you imagine that?
oh my God, it's for cross-checking purposes. We need a lot of saturation.
She'd be like, I'm done. I'm out.
Oh my God.
No need to rinse. I'll do it myself.
I'll just go home and wash it out.
Yeah.
I'll go home and wash it out. It's fine. Could you imagine the Yelp review?
No.
Oh, I love getting in Yelp review fights. It's so great.
I read one.
A bad one from us
I read
that I clap back. Dude, I do not tolerate that client abuse. Like seriously, if your bad review is legitimate, you will see me up there like, hey, let me take care of you. I'm so sorry. You know, this is what I can do for you. Please reach out. Like, but if you came up in here trying to start something and then had the gall to go onto Yelp, I will absolutely out you. Absolutely.
She was like, okay, Karen. Like, literally.
I did see that.
Let me find it. 'Cause I read it before I came down to do my,
That's you know, I don't take shit though. No, but that's one of the reasons that I think
But I loved it. I was
it
like,
deters
okay.
other like frivolous bad Yelp reviews, right? Like one lady stole product from us and then threatened because she wanted her refund for her hair, and I was like, chick, if you go on and like write us a bad Yelp review, I absolutely am going to let every reader know that you stole from us.
Yeah.
Like this is illegitimate. Like move on.
And it's crazy because not a lot of people or like business owners will go and clap back. So people like will just believe it or they'll just be like,
Yep. No, but I think that honestly, it's like when you kill a fly and you leave the dead fly out, so all the other flies know. That's what that's like right there. It's like a warning. Like, yeah. Like if you're gonna leave a bad Yelp review, better be legit. I'll take it. I'll fall on the sword all day long if it's legit. Like honestly, and most often, clients are good people and they just have like misunderstandings or there are, you know, things lost in communications and they really are confused or whatever. What you found it?
She said, you've embarrassed yourself with this comment by making yourself look like a Karen. Way to throw dirt on good people during struggles.
Yeah.
Your vigilante complex is not necessary, and bullies are not welcome here.
Yeah.
Please refrain from any crime. I love that.
I
though.
did say bullies are not welcome here. That's for
It's
sure.
true. But it is. It's like, I think a lot of salon owners try to just save face no matter what. They're just like, oh yeah, like
Or the
gotta smooth it
opposite.
over.
I've seen salon owners even in our area like threaten to fight clients.
What?
Like on the
Really?
street. Yes.
Oh no way.
I'm so surprised you don't know who I'm talking about. Raquel probably knows who I'm talking about.
Well, I haven't been here long enough to know yet.
Oh yeah. I will never do that. I don't need to. There's no reason.
No.
But
with you. No, I'm just kidding.
no, you don't. No, you don't. Actually, y'all seat me. Y'all seat me up there. Yeah, choking people out and punching people in the face. Yes. No, I train to fight, so I don't have to fight. You know, because people don't want to fight me now. It's good. All right. Enough lollygagging. Let's go back and do our cross check. All right, we're going to start in quadrant number 2, where we started with our cross check. I'm going to find my divisible line here between the sections. There we are. Okay. So if we moved horizontally in quadrants 2 and 3, we're going to move
Vertically.
yes. Yay. We're gonna move vertically. Already, look, there's some vellus hair right there. I'm gonna start touching that up. Woo. Oh yeah, that's great. Let's just leave that like that. That one totally is not gonna break off.
It wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be. You were Cynthia. How old are you? That was you. That was you.
I'm 40, yes.
Okay.
I'm well aware, Cynthia.
Oh God, she's
And
gotten
Angelica
so
was
much
the
heat.
worst.
I know, she was so mean to her.
She was. They should have made her really come to life.
I know. Pull Angelica's eyelashes out or something.
Right? Exactly. Make her eyelashes look like her hair. People do walk around looking like that, though.
Oh, no.
With their eyelashes.
Okay, do you see how I'm feathering now through that line of demarcation, right? It becomes very obvious to me. Come here. I want this like zoomed in. It becomes very obvious to me exactly to what point I need to bring my lightener, correct? It's just showing itself. Saturation. So when I apply in this, I know it's probably so hard to see, but my micro movement is actually diagonal. I'm rolling the hair shaft with that tiny little dab on that line of demarcation, so that way the product, we talked about this, encapsulates the hair shaft, right? That also aids in saturation. There's that line right there. And I'm also adding product in case the over-oxidation has slowed the developing process. So always adding more product, saturate, saturate. Little tiny roll there. Isn't that brilliant? You can see exactly where we want that hair color now. How does your scalp feel, my love?
It's not too bad.
Are you just saying that?
No, I swear, I actually was thinking it. I was like, dang, she used 30 too, and usually
You were scared a little bit when I said that?
No, not scared, but I just know my scalp gets really itchy, like sensitive to it. So,
But
typically 30 would make
more itch.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just
Chin
not,
down for me.
So, is it just the lightener and developer? There's nothing else in
Nope, nothing else.
Huh.
Yeah, this lightener, right? This is Alpha Parf, as we know, imported from Italy, high manufacturing standards, very, very pure ingredients. I get the cleanest and safest lift out of this brand than any brand I've ever worked with. So.
When would you add anything else to your lightener?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Not me. I mean, I know stylists that do, but there's no need when you're using something like Alpha Parf. It comes with a biomimetic keratin, quaternized keratin in it, meaning just as Abby was saying how that keratin becomes the hair, that is what biomimetic means. It's biology mimicking, biomimetic, quaternized keratin. Quaternized is the amount of links in the, oh, my voice cracked, polypeptide chain to complete the bond, the disulfide bond. So biomimetic quaternized keratin, and that's why we can push this a little bit farther without increasing the risk of breakage or losing integrity.
And you would do every, I'm sorry, what is it called again? Platinum?
Global platinum? Yeah, did you
Global
go?
platinum retouch? You would do everyone like this?
Everyone I get done like this.
Oh, okay.
And this is like a large portion of my clientele. Yeah. We can turn.
I know people that put all sorts of scalp
Yeah, fiber restorer and protector. Well, we do have a scalp protector, but that doesn't go into the lightener.
No, it goes on.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing the difference, the way it feels.
I'm sorry, say that one more
I
time.
said the way it feels is so different. It's amazing. It's not
Sponsor me,
addictive.
Alpha Parf. Actually, they already do.
But truly, like, I do a lot of these too, and I have some clients that are really sensitive.
Yep.
And it's like, I could never put 30 on them. It just, because of the intensity of
Mm-hmm.
what it is. So.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, very clean ingredients.
Mhm. Being able to feel it for myself, knowing like what I
Experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's definitely way better feeling anyway.
You'll see the lift is phenomenal too.
Yeah.
So.
Like it's so comfortable. it's like it's significantly noticeable.
This lightener.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you, usually I'm like
I'm dying by now.
yeah, I'm usually dying.
You're like suffering through it just for the pain is beauty element.
100%. I'm even like taking it off sooner because I just don't care.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna put pink on this. We're fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll put whatever on it. but
Whatever. I don't care.
It's like that, you know.
Mhm.
So
Look at my hand positioning is still the same. My middle finger and my pointer finger are always in alignment with my sectioning, right? Pulling it straight across the street or at a 90 away from where I want it to live. The baby hairs.
and I was thinking like maybe there's like some additive or something they put in for like comfort. Like I don't know, but
Sweet
it's
and low.
just, right? Like all the tricks.
Don't do that. Don't do the sweet and
No,
low.
don't do that. I actually forgot about that one.
Dude.
That's so old school.
I know.
Oh,
They
I
the
thought you were just kidding. That was actually
No,
that's
for
a
real.
that's a for
Dude,
real
20 years
thing.
ago,
Yeah.
yeah, I worked at a salon. They kept sweet and low packets in the back room, and I'm like, you guys are crazy. Like the salon owner was like, oh yeah, just that's how you get it done. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's not actually how we do that. So, but I started doing hair right around the time that like technology started improving, right? And all these old school 80s hair tricks were being replaced with actual technology, like Olaplex, right? The first bond builder to hit the market. And they just blew the cap off all of it and just changed the game for us, what we can do. And now those things are like industry standard, you know? So, yeah, don't get your sweet and low out. We don't need that.
It's been so long. Sweet man.
Okay, we're gonna open that up. Same thing. I don't want that hair collapsing on itself. So if we did vertical sections here, then we're gonna cross section or cross check with horizontal. I love that. Thank you. So same hand positioning. So quiet in here. Alexis, will you turn some music on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or I think it's just turned down. I turned it down for the class.
Okay. Was it on here? Oh, this is that. You saw the charger.
Yeah. So the black one, it says square.
This
The-
one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Look at that baby hair. So Bella's hair is baby hair, obviously, if you guys have not put that together yet.
Bellis with a V?
V. Yep. Yas, Raquel. Yes, girl. Do you want to go hold the door for her, Kenya?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Ooh. Brittany, we're doing it. We're
I
getting your roots
know.
retouched.
I know. So
You deserve it.
thank you so much.
Welcome to the party.
I was like getting ready to like contemplate what I was doing.
We're
with
shaving.
my
We're
life.
shaving our head now. Full shave. We just went Brittany. We're done. Wait, that's
Like
funny because that's your name.
2007 or something.
That's
What was it? Like,
Bro,
Pretty sure.
in all honesty though, like I feel that.
I could feel it too. She
Yeah.
said she was so sick of her extensions and people touching her and stuff, and I was like, I've had that extension vibe where I'm just like, get them out.
What I don't understand is like the 6 months after, why did they do extensions? Why didn't she just wear a wig? Because I would have wigged it. Wigs are so good now.
But they weren't as good then.
Well, yeah, I guess.
They weren't. They didn't have beautiful lace fronts like all sorts
Yeah,
of,
I guess you're right.
Yeah, they were
Not it.
They were not it. They just needed 10 more years or something.
Lauren, what if somebody did say that their scalp was like burning or like irritated from the light?
Will you turn this down just real quick? I'm so sorry. I know exactly. I just told you to turn it on, but I want everyone to hear this question. So you say real loud
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
into the mic right there. Are you scared?
What did I ask again?
You put me on the spot.
You said, what if someone's scalp was burning, right? What if someone's scalp was burning? So does anybody know the signs of allergic reaction to hair color? Yeah, I mean, yes, you can start to see, okay, so itching, swelling, burning, welting, right? Spots on the head. It looks like Dalmatian spots, like little red and white patches. The other thing that people don't actually know a lot about allergic reactions, and this can happen with hair color too, not just lightener, it can happen to anything. Because our scalps are so visceral, meaning there's a lot of veins, there's a lot of blood that comes through there, it can actually circulate the chemical through our bloodstream. And our sensitive areas become inflamed. So palms of your hands, your armpits, the bottoms of your feet, behind your knees. Like if someone's like, dude, my crotch itches. Like for real, this has happened to me in a chair. She's like, my hands itch and my crotch is burning. And I was like, you're having an allergic reaction right now. So that's what it was. So, yep. So what happens? We wash them out. Do not hesitate, do not, yes, because I have seen some really terrible things happen, but a lot of times what we think is is an allergic reaction is actually a oxidative chemical, metallic chemical reaction. So the metals or the oxidative metals like the carbon, or if there's smokers, or there's if they've been out in environmental pollution, or if they just use a low quality shampoo at home, or they're not double washing, or they have a misbalance of pH, of sebum on their scalp, all those things can cause an over-oxidation to happen where it starts to superheat and burn the scalp. So the first thing that I do when I see blonde clients, especially platinum root retouch client that I've never seen before, and if I have any inclination that they're smoking or vaping regularly, I will do what treatment on them? Anybody know?
The skin therapy? I mean the scalp therapy?
Yeah, I will do, it's from Malibu. Does anybody know which one? Not the CPR. Huh?
Is it the crystal clear one?
The crystal clear. It's vitamin C absorbic acid, which stops the oxidation process, and it deionizes those minerals and will get them to detach from the hair shaft. So that way, once I'm done with that vitamin C treatment, her canvas is clean. She has no like microscopic residue of metallics or minerals on the scalp to superheat, right? It's clean. I can put the lightener on her. She's going to get a better lift. It'll be safer. We'll mitigate damage. There'll be less oxidation, right? It'll be a quicker lift, a cleaner lift. Like that is one of the reasons that I take the extra hour up front when I see a new client to prep the canvas, is because I want to guarantee my results. Mind you, I charge $330 for a platinum root retouch, like $330 for this, right? And that's one of those things that it doesn't really come down to the chemical. It comes down to the skill set that I'm providing for my clients, right? And the technology, like Abby was talking about, and the technology, right? So the vitamin C would be part of that technology, that pre-treatment. Is your guesty poo here?
Yes.
Nice. I have the hiccups right now. We love to learn. We love to learn. I don't know why I said like that. Okay, Sesame Street. All right. Okay. That is your platinum blonde global root retouch, or global platinum root retouch, or global platinum blonde. Is it your global? Or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so processing. I would not put her under direct heat, right? If anything, I would lightly cap her. Oh yeah, so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you can. We don't even need. We're so good. Just. I'm so sorry. You would lightly cap her. Do not compress. Okay. If anything, you can. If it's chilly outside or winter, we can lightly cap. Place a towel over the head. In fact, let's do that. Will you grab me a cap from the back and then a towel so that way I can just mock the presentation? I have like 3 more clients today. 3. Ooh, you know what? Now I'm going to be a real pain in the butt. You know what towel I want? I want this one. Oh, can we not find any? All right, no worries. Let's go ahead and end that. Yep.